Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. This is Chip and Krung. You are watching English News Now. Here are the top stories for today. Nagaland Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi says the signing of the much-awaited peace agreement on the Naga political issue between the center and the Naga negotiators is not very far. Mukhi says center and the state government are working together to bring lasting peace to the land. The 22nd edition of Hornbill International Festival 2021 enters its second day on Thursday. The second day will witness Hornbill 9 HRM Riders unlock 2021 Kings of the Hills, Hornbill International Photo Fest, Naga Chef Season 8 and live music among many others. Lok Sabha passes a bill to regulate and supervise assisted reproductive technology clinics amidst various members urging the government not to exclude single parents and the LGBTQ community from using this procedure. The new Omicron coronavirus variant has been confirmed in 23 countries and their number is expected to rise, informs Director General of the World Health Organization Anthem Ghebreyesus. And now the story is in detail. Nagaland Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi, while greeting the people of Nagaland on the state's 59th statehood day on Wednesday, said the signing of the much-awaited peace agreement on the Naga political issue between the centre and the Naga negotiators is not very far. Mukhi said Government of India and Nagaland government are working together to bring lasting peace to the people of Nagaland. Mukhi further urged the citizens to create a conducive atmosphere for welcoming the new dawn of a peaceful and progressive Nagaland. He further reiterated Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment to ensure development of the northeastern region. The governor further stated that Nagaland is bestowed with rich flora and fauna and urged the people to harness resources for the development of the state. The 22nd edition of Hornbill International Festival 2021 enters its second day on Thursday. The second day will witness cultural show, city tour, Ziko, Futsero and Tupima experience, Hornbill walks, handloom and handicrafts, Mikey Festival, Craft Space, Artist Corner, Naga Indigenous event, Hornbill 9th HRM Riders Unlock 2021, Gesha People's Festival, Naga Chef Season 8, Naga Ethnic and Traditional Wear Show, Traditional Evening Park, Music Festival Archive Section, and World War II Museum, Kings of the Hills, Hortiscape, Sale of Agri-Products, Adventure Activities, Art Exhibition come sale, live demonstration of various cultural items, Kids Carnival, Hornbill International Photo Fest, pop-up and concerts by Imagination. All events of the 22nd edition of Hornbill Festival fall under the theme Cultural Connect. The events of the second day will host and commence from Naga Heritage Village, Kisama. In an unfortunate incident that occurred at Assam Rifles Training Center, Shukovi Village, Dimapur, during a recruitment on Wednesday, 400 to 500 Manipuri candidates were undergoing recruitment during the event when they started protesting against the army, accusing the army of malpractice and corruption. The Manipuri candidates started vandalizing the staffs of the army personnel and also destroyed the entrance gate. The Nagaland police reached the premises and handled the situation by retorting to lathi charge and arrested around 6 offenders.
ओपन चल रहा है, हम दावे के साथ कह सकते हैं कि ओपन करप्शन चल रहा है। मेरा दोस्त एक एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, उसको लिया गया था, शायद वो भी रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा। लेकिन 4 आदमी नंबर 4 पोजीशन में, फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड में आया है, वो 17 मिनट में आया, मैं भी 18 मिनट में आया, तो हम रिजेक्ट कैसे हो सकते हैं?
तो कितना लोग आए आप लोग?
मेरा पहले ग्रुप में 200 ऐसे थे, 200 आदमी थे, 200 आदमी सबको ऐसे स्लिप देके कि आप रिजेक्ट हो बोल के स्लिप देके बाहर निकाल दिया। हम
और ये सिग्नेचर लिया, ये सिग्नेचर भी जबरदस्ती सिग्नेचर लिया गया है, और सिग्नेचर नहीं करेगा तो मारपीट करेगा ऐसा बोला। और उसका वो अफसर है ना, उन लोग का अंदर में बोला ये लोग सिग्नेचर लेके वो मार जाओ, बोलो नहीं गया तो मार मार के डंडा लगा के भगाओ बोला। इसको गाड़ी के ऊपर डालो और साइन कर दो ऐसा।
आप लोग सब कहाँ से हैं?
हम लोग सब मणिपुर से आया।
सब मणिपुर से?
हाँ जी, सब मणिपुर।
टोटल कितना है सब मिला के?
सब मिला के 800 ऐसा है, 400 600 ऐसा है।
तो ये कब से शुरू हुआ ये जो आप लोग हो रहा है, स्ट्राइक कर रहे हैं? कब?
आज सुबह ना 4 बजे से लाइन पे खड़े हुए थे हम। 4 बजे से खड़े हुए थे इधर हाइट पे ओबीसी का जनरल का अलग से वो हाइट मांग रहे। मैं आर्मी में 3 बार सिलेक्ट हो चुका है, रिटर्न में फेल किया तो अलग बात है, लेकिन मेरा हाइट इधर आता है इंडियन आर्मी का, आसाम राइफल का हम जनरल है। हाइट में निकाल दिया था, मैंने कंप्लेन किया, सर मैं तो हाइट ओके तो क्यों निकाल दिया? फिर से कंप्लेन किया, तो हाइट में बहुत आदमी को मुझसे भी ज्यादा लंबू उनको भी निकाल दिया, बोला है आप रिजेक्ट हो, हाइट कम है, ऐसा बोलता है। अंदर में ओपन करप्शन चल रहा है, और सुखो भी सीओ डिसमिस करो, नहीं तो हम ऐसे प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे, हमको डिसमिस करो। आसाम राइफल, आसाम राइफल, आसाम राइफल, आसाम राइफल, आसाम राइफल।
The Art and Culture Department, Government of Meghalaya, in collaboration with the Sports and Youth Affairs Department, Office of the STO, Amlarem, Civil Almarem Subdivision, and Seng Samla Shnong Deng Cultural and Sports Club to organize the Umgot Festival, River Festival, which is the cleanest river in India, on December 3. The one-day festival will be held at Umgot River in Shnongteng village in West Chindia Hills district. The objective of the festival is to promote tourism and water sports activities. The festival includes boat tableau competition, boating, water polo and zip lining, among others. West Bengal BJP unit on Wednesday slammed West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for allegedly insulting the national anthem by singing the incomplete anthem. West Bengal BJP unit stated that while singing national anthem in a press conference in Mumbai, Banerjee sat down at first, then stood up and stood singing halfway. They further remarked that as Chief Minister, she has insulted the culture of Bengal, the national anthem and the country. BJP leader Amit Malviya remarked that national anthem is one of the most powerful manifestations of national identity. So the least people holding public office can do is not demean it. Several other political leaders also slammed Banerjee for this gesture. Lok Sabha passed a bill to regulate and supervise assisted reproductive technology clinics on Wednesday. Various members urged the government not to exclude single parents and the LGBTQ community from using this procedure. Some members opined that since a bill of surrogacy is pending in Rajya Sabha and the two draft legislations are interlinked, both should be passed together. Notably, the surrogacy bill was passed in Lok Sabha and now it is in the Rajya Sabha. India on Wednesday joined the G20 Troika, which consists of Indonesia, Italy and India. The G20 is the premier global forum for international economic cooperation. G20 summit just hosted at Italy, while Indonesia assumed the G20 presidency on Thursday and will host G20 Leaders Summit on October 2022. As a Troika member, India will work closely with Indonesia and Italy to ensure consistency and continuity of the G20's agenda. India will assume the G20 presidency on December won 2022 from Indonesia and will convene the G20 Leaders Summit in 2023. Agriculture Minister Nltv told the Parliament that the government has no record of the deaths of farmers who were protesting the 3 contentious farm laws over the last 1 year. Tomar stated that the plan to provide financial aid to the affected families do not arrive, as the Ministry of Agriculture has no record in the matter. However, according to opposition and farmer leaders, more than 700 farmers have died during the year-long protest at Delhi borders against the contentious laws that were cancelled on Monday in Parliament. Meanwhile, the centre has asked for 5 names from Samyukt Kisan Morcha for the committee that will deliberate on the issue of minimum support price for crops. The Delhi government on Wednesday slashed the value-added tax on fuel price from 30% to 19.40%, making petrol cheaper by 8 rupees per litre in the national capital with effect from midnight. The decision was taken during a cabinet meeting chaired by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal earlier in the day. The centre cuts excise duty on petrol by rupees 5 per litre and rupees 10 per litre on diesel to bring down the retail prices across the country on the eve of Diwali last month. Following the centre's surprise move, several states and union territories, especially those governed by the party Agenda Party and allies, also followed suit. The price of fuel remained unchanged for the 28th straight day on Wednesday across the country, following the centre's decision. The LPG prices for commercial cylinders has increased by rupees 103.50 on Wednesday. The commercial cylinders of 19 kilograms in Delhi will now cost rupees 2,104, which was costing rupees 2,000.50 earlier. In Kolkata, the price of the cylinder has increased by rupees 101 to rupees 2,174.5. Earlier, its price was rupees 2,073.5. The commercial gas price in Mumbai has gone up to rupees 2,051, which was earlier rupees 1,950. The price of 19 kg cylinder gas in Chennai has gone up to rupees 2,234.50. Earlier, the price was rupees 2,133. However, there is no increase in domestic LPG cylinders by the petroleum companies. Delhi's air quality continued to remain in the very poor category on Thursday morning. The overall air quality index of Delhi on Thursday morning was recorded at 312, and AQI between 301 and 400 is considered very poor. Meanwhile, System of Air Quality and Weather Forecasting and Research has issued an advisory to avoid outdoor physical activities and prolonged exertion in view of the poor air quality in Delhi.
थोड़ा आँखों में लग रहा है और गले में भी थोड़ा जाम हो रहा है, गला भी घूमने में भी, इसलिए हम थोड़ा लेट आ रहे हैं घूमने के लिए. उससे थोड़ा सा फर्क पड़ रहा है थोड़ा लेट होने में. अगर जल्दी आएंगे तो और ज़्यादा पोल्यूशन है. अब ये बारिश के बाद ही जाएगा, बारिश आ जाए तो पोल्यूशन खत्म हो.
हमें आँखों में बहुत ज़्यादा परेशानी होती है, गले में ज़्यादा दर्द होता है और थोड़ा हो सके जितना भी केजरीवाल सर है कि जो कि साफ सफाई और पानी के फुहारों पे ज़्यादा ध्यान दे और जितना धूल मिट्टी उड़ती है इस पे ध्यान दे और पब्लिक को भी बाहर आना चाहिए देखने के लिए भाई हम क्या कर रहे हैं क्या नहीं. 15 साल से जो पुरानी गाड़ी चल रही है वो बंद करनी चाहिए क्योंकि वो अभी तक चल रही है.
यहाँ बहुत पोल्यूशन है और मेरी आंखें पोल्यूशन से लाल हो गई हैं. बीपी भी बढ़ा हुआ है, खांसी जुकाम भी बढ़ता है. आई थिंक यहाँ पे
The gross GST revenue collected in the month of November 2021 is rupees 1,31,526 crores, which is the second highest ever since the introduction of GST. The total GST collections in November is CGST rupees 23,978 crores, SGST rupees 31,127 crore. IGST rupees 66,815 crores and CESS rupees 9606 crores. The government said in a statement that GST is important for the growth of economy. Hence, the government has settled rupees 27,273 crore to CGST and rupees 22,655 crores to SGST from IGST as regular settlement. The total revenue of center and the states after regular settlements in the month of November 2021 is rupees 51,251 crore for CGST and rupees 53,782 crores for the SGST. The center has also released rupees 17,000 crores to states and union territories towards GST compensation on 3rd November 2021. The announcement regarding the resumption of commercial international flights to resume from December 15 is likely to be postponed in the wake of a new COVID variant, Omicron. The authorities has declared that the step has been taken as a measure to avoid the transmission of the new COVID-19 variant. Various countries across the world have issued a series of restrictions as guidelines for incoming passengers. The central government on Wednesday issued restrictions for passengers arriving from at-risk nations to be tested at airports and followed by quarantine. The World Health Organization on Wednesday confirmed that Omicron COVID-19 variant, which was discovered in southern Africa in November, have spread in 23 countries. However, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the World Health Organization, on Wednesday spoke against blanket travel ban on affected nations and explained that racial proportional risk reduction measures such as screening passengers and mandatory quarantine of international travelers and keeping international health regulations can curb the spread of the virulent Omicron. In his address at a press conference, Ghebreyesus confirmed that the countries hail from 5 or 6 WHO regions and that the cases are expected to rise. The Director General also assured that scientists are studying diligently about Omicron, its transmission, severity of the disease, and the effectiveness of tests, therapeutics, and vaccines. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Wednesday has reported that amongst 3,476 inbound passengers from 11 international flights from at-risk countries, 6 were tested COVID positive after RT-PCR screening test. The samples of positive passengers were sent to INSACOG labs for whole genomic sequencing. Government of India has assured to continue to keep track of the evolving situation and support the states and union territories in the fight against Omicron. The country has started to operate guidelines for international travelers issued by the Center as public health response measures for control and management of the new variant of COVID-19 Omicron, which has been designated as a variant of concern by the World Health Organization. And that's all we have for you now. For more news and updates, keep watching Nagaland TV. Have a good day.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on GeoTV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 10 in Global Chapter, and for Kohima and